with a statement, okay? All right. Rule number 3, your parole officer made multiple attempts to contact you at your address of record, but you were never there. On 11/30/2018, your officer visited your address of record and found his card from the previous visit still at the door and an eviction notice on the door. Since that date, you have not contacted the parole office nor provide alternate address to the parole office or the sex offender registration office. How do you plead?
Guilty with a statement.
Guilty with a statement. Number 4, on 3/10/2020, you arrest East Baton Rouge Parish charged with failure to complete sex offender registrations notifications. Additionally, a parole warrant was issued for your arrest on 12/11/2018. On 2018. On 3/15/2020, you were billed with a felony charge, failure to register as a sex offender under EBR docket DC-20-01682. On 9/30/2020, under the same docket, you pled guilty to the responsive plea of misdemeanor failure to register as a sex offender and were sentenced to East Baton Rouge Parish for a period of 6 months. To be given credit for time served. How do you plead?
Guilty with a statement.
Guilty with a statement. All right, well, go ahead and give us your statements on number 2.
Which one was that, sir?
Since November 2018, you have not contacted your parole officer with updated information nor submitted monthly reports.
Okay, well, I was released on 9/18, and at the address that he had on record, I did the registration there. Right after I did the registration, the ceiling caved in the apartment. After I paid all my money for my notification, the ceiling caved in on the apartment. So I went to the where I did the registration at, because I still hadn't taken the newspaper thing. And he told me that I didn't have a choice, that I had to do this all over again. And I had just got out, I did almost 3 years. I caught hit raising all that money. But he told me I didn't have a choice, and I couldn't get no relief, no extensions. I just didn't have the money to do this thing.
Mr. Kelsey?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 more charges.
Yes. Yeah, there's 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I read all 3 of the charges.
No. There's 2 more charges besides the ones you read.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Roche. Thank you. Let me go ahead and read into the record the other 2 charges, and then we'll let you continue to speak. Rule number 8, you are ordered to attend monthly sex offender treatment counseling sessions at LAPA as a result of your sex conviction and registration as a sex offender. Since last November 2018, you have not attended any LAPA sex offender sessions. How do you plead to that?
Guilty with a statement.
Guilty with a statement. And your last one, 10, you never made a payment and currently owe $1,386. How do you plead to that?
Guilty with a statement.
All right, go ahead and go back to number 3 now. Give us a statement on that.
Which one was?
Your parole officer made multiple attempts to your address. It's the same thing. You were never there. They had a card in the door. Came back. You were still not there. No, you never got back to the office.
I couldn't live in an apartment that ceiling caved in. I just didn't have anywhere else to go. When he told me that I was going to be arrested, I mean, that just scared me off. He said if I didn't come back up with money again, that I couldn't get an extension. I called Mr. Swallow and told him, explained to him what was going on at the apartment. I don't know why he didn't put it in the records that the ceiling caved in. I had just moved in the apartment. I just got out in September 18. I had just moved in the apartment. I did my notification. I did the report. I reported to him. And
so you're saying you were living somewhere else? Did you live somewhere else?
Sir?
Were you living somewhere else?
Well, I was basically homeless.
Yes.
I didn't have the address. So I lost my house.
Rule number 4, the failure to complete sex offender registration notifications.
That's because I never did turn in the newspaper thing.
Yeah, you pled guilty to the responsive plea of misdemeanor failure to register as a sex offender and was sentenced to East Baton Rouge Parish Prison.
Yes, the public defender told me to plead guilty to it and I want to take my parole.
You pled guilty.
She told me to. She said it wouldn't affect my parole.
No, she might have told you to, but you pled guilty, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
She said it wasn't going to affect my parole status. I plead guilty to a misdemeanor. She called me here at the parish prison and told me that she talked to the DA and he would accept a reduced misdemeanor plea and it would affect my parole status. That's what she told me. Mr. Bushevich told me otherwise since then.
All right, number 8. You didn't attend any sex offender treatment counseling, the LAPA since November 2018. You have not attended any sex offender sessions.
So all this, like I said, all this happened after I was kicked out of my apartment. They just scared me. When they threatened me with jail time, it just scared me off. I was just too scared to report back to the parole office. I fear being arrested again.
Okay. Get to that. You have, and you still owe 1386. I mean, you're not working. You weren't working out there. You're trying to get a job, trying to do something.
Sir?
I said you owe that 1386. You're aware of that. You were not able to work when you were out there to get a job.
I don't understand what you're saying.
When you were out on the street, when you said, I know you had X amount of dollars. You told us about the roof. You told us about being scared. You told us about pleading to.
I've been absconded since then. Since all of this happened right after I was arrested. I haven't.
Right. Okay.
So I wouldn't have contact.
Mr. Roche's questions.
Mr. Kelsey, based on his guilty pleas at the preliminary hearing on September 25th, 2020, and these guilty pleas today at the hearing, I have no questions.
Miss Pearl.
Sir, I'm trying to understand, because the roof fell in your apartment, there was just no way you could stay there at all?
No,
the landlord wasn't fixing it, huh?
Well, it wasn't livable. What he was telling everybody, what I think they was really trying to clear the complex, and they were renovating as they do this, because they were working on the roof at the time. That's what damaged the roof. And then,
okay.
The roof damaged, he tell you just move.
Okay. So she had took your money and told you to move.
Exactly. That's the first month rent. Right after I moved in, I just got out, ma'am, and it took all the money I had just to do the
I got that. Well, thank you. I was just trying to get some clarity on that. That's all I had, Chairman. Thank you.
All right, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Well, just what I said. I mean, it wasn't like I was just ignoring the parole officer. When they tell me that I don't have a choice but to come back up with this money again when I know I can't come up with it or either go to jail, that just scared me off, man. It wasn't like I was ignoring the parole officer. So I did everything I had to do when I first got out. I did almost 3 years. And it was a real scuffle to get, to come up with money for the apartment and get the money for the due notification. And I had just come up with all of that. Then they telling me I have to do all this again. It just make it so difficult to try to stay in compliance. God knows I was trying, man.
All right. Is the panel prepared to vote?
Yes.
Mr. Roche?
Mr. Kelsey, based on his guilty pleas, violation of condition number 2, 3, 4, 8, and 10 at his preliminary hearing and the hearing today, my vote is to revoke his supervision.
Mr. Roche, Ms. Wise?
That my vote is the same for the same reason. It's unfortunate, Mr. Davis, but that's the nature of your supervision.
All right, you have 2 votes to revoke. I also can vote to revoke due to find guilty of Rule 2, 3, 4, 8, and 10. 3 votes to revoke. Your parole's been revoked. Thank you.
Okay, listen, man, sir. Since I've been here, I came here and I caught the coronavirus. And I still haven't seen a doctor yet. I've been all to Angola with this.
Talk to them there. We can't help you with that. Talk to them there.
So this man is a dangerous man. He was initially convicted of indecent behavior with a juvenile in 2001. Given a slap on the wrist. I don't know exactly how much time he was given, but it's Louisiana, so probably not that much. Then we have this. Thank you, Richard, for pulling it up. accused of having videos and photos of minors. This is in 2016. Remember, so this hearing took place in 2020. So this is probably for the charge that he was revoked on. And so the police have arrested a registered offender accused of having this CP on his phones. And it wasn't just of anyone, it was an actual person that he knew. The victim contacted the police. According to the police, the victim showed officers a cell phone that allegedly belonged to Davis that had a video that was taken without her consent of her not wearing any clothes while inside her house. The victim also shows the officer several pictures of female juveniles who were topless. Davis admitted to police that he owned the phone that contained pictures and videos. And you might say, wow, so he's a registered offender for doing this to a juvenile. Then he gets out of prison. He gets caught in 2016. He gets let out in like what, just 3 years? 3 years? What do you think he's going to do when he's out? Why would he get a light sentence? He was also wanted for failure to register. Then what happens? We see as soon as he gets out for this offense, he gets rearrested for not registering. And what do you think he's doing when he's out? And then to add to it, he's out now. He's out now. So he didn't even serve. Today's 2023. At most, he served three years, even less. I don't think he did. The system's broken, and you just wouldn't believe it. You can say, how is it possible? Because what do you think he's doing? He is a risk every day that he is free. He is a risk of harming a child, but they don't care. Louisiana does not care. If he had possession with intent to distribute, I mean, why are you not throwing the habitual offender charge at him? This is now the third offense related to this crime that he's been caught. It's insane. There you have it. I'll let you go.